tell you what, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem sung here at the Lawrenceville School and NJISAA Fieldhouse, where we've got the boys NJISAA Prep Swimming Championships live here on Play by Play Productions. Welcome you here. Simon Rosenwasser here with you throughout the afternoon, along with our entire Play by Play crew. And we look at the order of events. And we'll start with a 200-yard medley relay. We'll have two heats of that and some individual events with 200 free, 200 IM, 50 free, the sprinters, 100 fly, 100 free. Your distance event is the 500-yard freestyle and the 200-yard freestyle relay, as well as the 100-yard backstroke to finish up. Well, we'll have the scoreboard on hand for you, so we'll pop this up throughout. You look at these schools represented in the first heats. St. Benedict's Prep in lane 3, Mo Baird. In lane 4, Montclair Kimberly Academy. In lane 5, Blair Academy in lane number 6. Ready to get those times fixed as well. They'll reset. Beautiful new facility here at the Lawrenceville School, the NJISAA Fieldhouse. NJISAA also the owner of the Brooklyn Nets and a Lawrenceville alum. And a beautiful new pool here as the new home for Lawrenceville School swimming and, of course, the NJ Prep Championships, which has been hosted here at Lawrenceville over the last so many years. Well, we're excited to be here for the next 2 days. We'll have girls swimming tomorrow. That starts at 2 p.m. We start with boys here in the 200-yard medley relay. Off we go in the 2023 NJ Prep State Championships, here live from NJISAA Fieldhouse here at the Lawrenceville School. Javier Hernandez of St. Benedict's is in lane 1. Nicholas Troiano of Mo Baird is in lane 4. Hernandez of Benedict's is in lane 3. MKA's Tyler Davis leads things off in lane 5. Blair Academy Ethan Lau in lane number 6. And you can see Blair Academy in front. Jason Zhao into the pool. Second leg of this 200-yard medley relay. And Jason Zhao taking the baton from Ethan Lau. And a healthy lead for Blair. Mo Baird in second. Colin Farraher is behind. Third swimmer in for Blair. That's Poonsorn Siri. Bertrand Lee will be the one to anchor. For MKA, Julian Howe is the third swimmer. Will Lestrange for Mo Baird. Gaining on Blair, but it's going to be a decent cushion for Bertrand Lee of Blair here in the 200-yard medley relay. This is the first of 2 finals. We will have a full pool in the second heat. Full pool has a different definition this year here at Lawrenceville than it has in years past, as MKA with Blair and Mo Baird coming down to the finish. How about Payam Ekrami, that's John Hanna, the senior from Mo Baird, who made it close in the end, but the Blair Academy Buccaneers win the first race of the NJ Preps with a time of 1:47:54, season best time for the Blair squad. Mo Baird takes second, St. Benedict's third, and MKA fourth. So we are through one race. And a nicer way to look at that scoreboard. You see the listing of squads here in the second of two heats. Pennington in lane 1. Rutgers Prep has a squad in lane 2. Owen Markowitz of Newark Academy in lane 3 will lead things off. Pingree in lane number 4 will be the top seeded team. St. Peter's in lane 5, Lawrenceville in lane 6, Hun in 7, and that's Oratory Prep in lane number 8. Top seed is the Pingree School, and they'll have Roman Jones leading things off. All right, so our first champion ready to be crowned here in the 200-yard medley relay. Off they go. Pingree with Roman Jones in lane number 4, and he is off to the races in a big way. What a jump from Jones in 4. In 5, St. Peter's, Frankie Prekop. Early on, it goes Pingree and St. Peter's 1 and 2. That's how they're seated as well. Only a second between these two schools' seed times. 137.54 versus 138.20. So it should be close as we see the second swimmers in. For Pingree, it's Owen Smith. For St. Peter's, it's Evan Briggs. Briggs, the senior, right on his tail. Lawrenceville right there as well in lane number 6. That's Conan Chen vying for 3rd with Newark Academy in 4th. They're pretty close 1 through 4, but clearly Pingree with Riley Dela Cruz now doing butterfly has first place as we speak. Lawrenceville vying for 2nd. They're pretty much tied up, maybe even overtaking St. Peter's. The battle in 5 and 6. Chase Thomas for St. Peter's, Daniel Liu for Lawrenceville. Pingree finishes up, good leg for Daniel Liu of Lawrenceville, and we are close 1, 2, 3. How about this finish we're about to have between Pingree, St. Peter's, and Lawrenceville? They're going to hit the wall at the same time, 25 yards to go. James Thomas for Pingree. Jasper Schneider-Smith for Newark Academy. It's David Slowinski for St. Peter's. To the finish at St. Peter's, and Slowinski gets there. 1, 2, 3. St. Peter's, Lawrenceville, Pingree. It was Pingree the whole way, and in the end, St. Peter's and Lawrenceville with phenomenal back halves of that race. And boy, that was fun. A look at the times on the big board as Rutgers Prep finishes up. St. Peter's champions here at the NJ Preps in the 200 medley relay. Well, we love starting our coverage with a relay race. Always makes it fun.
Let's go, Dan.
On to our individual events. So we'll have 4 heats of 200-yard freestyle. Make the announcement on the PA here. David Laws, the meet director, gives us some time to look at the replay of that photo finish. Again, it was close between 1, 2, and 3. 1:37.08 was the winning time for St. Peter's, and then between Lawrenceville and Pingree, Lawrenceville with a 1:37.59 and a 1:37.78 for Pingree. So nice way to start this event. Tight race. We hope to have more of them, and you can take a look at the first heat of swimmers. Huang, Santos, and Begonia are your 3 swimmers here in this first of 4 heats. Seed times right around the 2-minute to 2:20 mark. Your meet record, Ryan Waters from 2017, 139.51. It's a new pool, so possible we're going to see some new pool records here as well. Expecting this pool to swim a little bit faster than the old Lawrenceville School pool. And off goes Huang, Santos, and Begonia. This is 200-yard freestyle, so 4 down and backs in this 25-yard pool. Best seed time is Nicolas Santos in this group, 2:09.70. So Santos and Huang evened up so far. Blair Academy swim coach is Mitchelltown for the girls as well as the boys. Paul Clavel, the athletic director. Over halfway done. We've got one more down and back for these 3 swimmers. And Santos still with the lead. Academy's athletic director, Seth Lieberman. And finishing up 1, 2, and 3, Blair, Newark Academy, and Wardlaw Hartridge. See, they're pretty quickly going to those next groupings of names. You see the time, 2:34 and 2:36, so 2:08.34 and 2:08.36. Another tight race, back to back. We did have another heat listed, so, well, not sure if they got rid of that one. This is heat 3, so Adam El-Shanawi of St. Peter's is in lane 1. Yeah, okay, they've got it fixed now. As you see, they just changed the names. It's Will Lestrange of Mo Baird in lane 2, Oren McDermott of Hun in lane 3, Alejandro Rodriguez of Newark Academy in lane 4, Connor Heffernan of Oratory Prep in 5. Luke Gardner of Oratory Prep is in 6. And Raphael Griffiths, freshman from St. Benedict's, is in 7. Nice battle here. Will Lestrange of Morristown Baird Schools in lane number 2. Good turn in the middle of the pool from Newark Academy's Alejandro Rodriguez. Takes the edge over. Have some nice natural sound in this one as Newark Academy finishes first. Rodriguez and then Lestrange, then Heffernan, Gardner, and McDermott in the second of 4 heats. There's a look at the big board. New names popping up on the board representing our next grouping of swimmers. Still 200-yard freestyle. We'll have a full pool here in Heat 3. So Adam El-Shanawi of St. Peter's is in lane 1. Owen Smith of Pingree in 2. Graham Maloney of Lawrenceville in 3. Will Wong of Newark Academies in 4. David Edenbaum of Lawrenceville in 5. Ziv Shah of Pingree in 6. Raymond Tariq of Pingree in 7. And Matthew Gow of Lawrenceville in lane number 8. David Edenbaum with the edge over the rest of the pack. It's Edenbaum and then the other 7. Another look at Edenbaum's split, a 27.44. That's the best on the board to keep up the top pace. Mahoney in lane 3 is right behind him for second. So a couple of big red swimmers leading the pack. Seed times are in the 150 range. Will Wong of Newark Academy has the best. That's why he's in lane 4, 152.66. So he's got some ground to make up. And for Lawrenceville, it's Edenbaum's 153.01 that he's trying to defeat for his personal best. Also trying to defeat his teammate, Graham Maloney, in lane number 3. Right now, it's those two coming to the final turn. Does Will Wong have any gas left in the tank? Here at the final of this 200 free, it's Maloney who takes over first. It'll be a battle for second as Maloney hits the wall. Wong does get there, a great last split. And the winning time, 151.17, a season best for Graham Mahoney, with Will Wong, the 151.85. So he does pick up that season best, though loses out in the third heat. Well, another look at the big board. See if we can get at some point, as we look at the finish here. Those are the names here in the final. And we are off and swimming here in Heat 4 of 4. This is the final of the 200-yard freestyle. Jonah Briggs of St. Peter's in lane 1. Isaac Rivers of St. Peter's is in lane 2. David Slowinski of St. Peter's is in lane 3. Derek Chang of Pingree is in lane 4. He's the top-seeded swimmer on the board. Owen Markowitz of Newark Academy in lane 5. Alex Gia of Lawrenceville in 6. Caleb Collins of Pennington in 7. And Charlie Klein of Oratory Prep is in lane number 8. 142.19, an impressive time set by Derek Chang earlier this season. But he is in a battle here. 1 through 4, all vying for first place in lanes 3 through 6. Slowinski, Chang, Markowitz, and Gia all in the mix for first place at the moment. As I started saying that sentence, Derek Chang taking a head of a lead over Owen Markowitz of of Newark Academy. One more down and back, a 25-34 for Chang. Just behind him on the pace, Owen Markowitz, 26-14. So it's Derek Chang of Pingree picking up the pace as this race has gone on. A 200-yard freestyle title in his sights. And for the Pingree School, Derek Chang takes first and is a champion here at the NJ Preps. 141.35 for Chang, his season best. Second place to Markowitz of Newark Academy, and third place to NJISAA of Lawrenceville. Couple seconds off a meet record, couple seconds off a pool record set by Jay Freeman back in December. But your winner, as we look at the finish, was Derek Chang of Pingree. So good pace to this one in more ways than one. Some fast swimmers in the pool, and liking the way that this meet is run as we're going race to race and we're onward to the next one. 200-yard individual medley. They do announce the winners on the platforms. And here is that PA announcer. There's Derek Chang. And a great look at Chang's celebration, an NJISAA Prep State champion here in 2023. You can see a full pool here at the Cy Field House. Not much extra room for those swimmers on the sidelines as we are off in the 200-yard medley relay. 3 races here, 7 swimmers here in this first one. Emilio Calle of St. Benedict's is in lane 1. Arav Vaidya of Pingree's in lane 2. Ronan Heyman of Oratory Prep in lane 3. Joaquin Dallerin of St. Peter's in 4. Tristan Hoqua of Pennington in lane 5. Nathan Rabe of Pennington in lane 6, and Oliver Laskow of Wardlaw Hartridge in lane number 7. Not an easy race for pronunciations. Lane number 5 right now in the lead, and that's Tristan Hoqua of Pennington. Not much of a trip from Pennington, New Jersey here to Lawrenceville. A little bit more of a trip for St. Peter's, with Joaquin Dallerin representing them in lane number 4. On to breaststroke, and this is where individual medleys are won and lost in this breaststroke portion, and where you'll see the biggest difference in leads. You can gain time on your opponents, you can also lose it. And it's going to remain a battle between lane 5 and 4. Hoqua and Dallerin 1 and 2, with Pingree's Vaidya at the moment in 3rd. Well, here in freestyle, we're at the end of the race, and the winner is Tristan Hokwa. A time of 2:20.39 over Dalarin, 2:21.67. Lane 2's Arav Vaidya of Pingree takes third. Heyman of Oratory fourth. And then comes Nathan Rabe and Oliver Laskow, as that'll do it for our first of three heats. And that's how they finished. All right, second heat coming up. It's going to be Tobin Huang of Pingree in 1, Andrew Chen of Lawrenceville's in 2. Bryce Spreeman in lane number 3 for Oratory Prep. Michael Florentino of St. Peter's is in 4. Henry Crowther of Oratory Prep in 5. Kyle Wang of Pingree in 6. David Gao of Lawrenceville in 7. And Evan Yao of Newark Academy is in lane number 8. Well, so far it's chalk. Michael Florentino of St. Peter's leading the way with Oratory Prep's Henry Crowther right there as well. Pingree well represented in this one. Though it's Oratory Prep with Crowther and Bryce Spreeman towards the top of this race. Florentino of St. Peter's looking strong in breaststroke, increasing on his lead. And Florentino gives himself a nice cushion heading to the final stroke. Well, it looks like Florentino's race to lose. The only question will be second place now. Lane number 5, Henry Crowther for Oratory Prep. Looking to hold off Kyle Wang of Pingree and Bryce Spreeman, his teammate. First place points for Florentino here in heat 2 of 3. He hits the wall in a time of 2:06.24, his season best time. Then Crowther, then Spreeman. There's the board. And they change up the names. You're looking at the final 8. Vying for a 200-yard medley, individual medley title. After this, it'll be 50 yards freestyle, and we've got quite a few of those. I believe there will be a break after that one. So, in heat 3 of 3, Nick Danko of Hun in lane 1. Zikang Jiang of Lawrenceville in lane 2. Max Ruffer of Pingree in lane 3. Will Crawl of Newark Academy is in lane 4. Samuel G of Lawrenceville in 5. Evan Briggs of St. Peter's in 6. His teammate Will Hines in lane number 7. And Paul Connect of Oratory Prep, good start in lane number 8. Lawrenceville's Samuel G with the best start. Lane number 5 winning in now backstroke. Oh, it seems to be a strong stroke for Will Crawl. Off the turn, Crawl is about a half stroke behind and gaining, heading to Brest. It's Lawrenceville. It's Newark Academy 1 and 2. Here they go in breaststroke, and off the wall, it's Will Crawl with the lead. He overtakes Samuel G. A two-man race here at the top. Crawl's best time, 1:57.43 this year. He's gaining on Samuel G. Takes advantage of the breaststroke portion and now to freestyle. Crawl looking to bring it home. Back to Livingston. Final 25, and Crawl is pulling away. Will Crawl of Newark Academy will coast in for a first place finish in the 200 individual medley. He looks up at the board to see 1:57.38, his season best time, and he's a state champion in the 200 IM. How about some outside smoke from Nick Danko, who finishes second? Sometimes we forget about lane number 1, but Danko with that second place time, and third place to Samuel G. So they finish 1, 2, and 3, but the winner is Will Crawl. They'll announce the winners here in this one. Again on the PA, David Laws will do the honors. Samuel G, third place. Nick Panko, second. And there's your first place winner, Will Crawl from Newark Academy. Strong race. It's won by the Minuteman. And a look at the winners. As you see, 50-yard freestyle is next. St. Peter's winning the 200 medley relay. Derek Cheng of Pingree winning 200 freestyle. And Newark Academy's Will Crawl takes first in 200 IM. This is 50 freestyle, and we'll have a number of sprints. Deshaun Kawatra of GSB in lane 3, Delan Lala of MKA in 4, Ahadu Kabidi of Oratory Prep is in lane number 5. Down and back winner for MKA, 31.87 for Lala. Heat 2, as the new names pop up. John Carrios of St. Benedict's Prep will be in lane 1. See if they fix those names, or if we had a scratch. Looks like we did. So Kyrgios scratched out of lane 1. So Nato Martin in lane 2. And they're off. Julian Hoff in lane 3 from MKA. Ash K. Patel of GSB is in lane number 4 from Gil St. Bernard's. William Zhang of Hun in lane 5. Christopher Ziuba of Rutgers Prep in 6. Tim Callahan of Oratory Prep in 7. Sean Naughter of Oratory Prep is in 8. Winner is Hoff out of lane 3 and Montclair Kimberly Academy. New names pop up. You see Mo Baird has the swimmers in the first 3 lanes. John Hanna, Nicholas Troiano, and Charlie Gibbs. We had a chance to honor the seniors at Morristown Baird School last week here on Play by Play Productions, our broadcast of Mo Baird Senior Nights. Going on during this week as well. We'll have another Mo Baird broadcast tomorrow night. Right after this girls prep swimming championship. So with the Mo Baird seniors, we mentioned lanes 1 through, or swimmers, we mentioned lanes 1 through 3. Liam Vertrace of St. Benedict's is in 4. Luis Cueva of Oratory Prep is in 5. Ian Patchett of Mo Baird is in 6. Daniel Espinosa of Rutgers Prep is in 7, and Bertrand Lee finishes up in lane number 8. Your winner is Nick Troiano out of lane number 2 at 25:35. Anir Surin of Pennington's in lane 1. Payam Akrami is in lane 2 from MKA. Punsorn Siri of Blair's in lane 3. Alpa Yada of St. Peter's in 4. Aiden Lee of Wardlaw Hartridge in 5. His teammate Sammy Faust in 6. Benjamin Kim of Hun in 7. And Jack Lorcan of Oratory Prep in 8. It's lane 3, the winner, Punsarn Siri from the Blair Academy Buccaneers. 24:62 for him. And that's 0.4 of a second better than his season best. You get a look at the next grouping of names. This is heat 5 of 7. Roman Jones is going to be your top seed in this event. He's got a sub 20-second seed time. Couple more races to go. Gabe Martinez of St. Benedict's in this race is in lane 1. Luke Cura of Hun is in lane 2. Alex Botero of Pennington's in lane 3. Brody Lindenberg of Newark Academy in lane 4. Ian Bell of Newark Academy is in 5. Julian Zassenhaus of Pingree in 6. Nathan Zhang of GSB in 7. And Matthew Faust of Wardlaw Hartridge is in lane number 8. To the finish we go, and lane number 4, Lindenberg of Newark Academy has it with a sub-24-second time. 23:92 for the Minuteman out of lane 4. Second place went to lane 2. That was Luke Cura of Hun. New names pop up for heat 6 of 7. You see Grissinger of Pingree will be in lane 1. Max Blecker of Lawrenceville in 2. Ethan Guao of Wardlaw Hartridge will be in 3. Conan Chen of Lawrenceville in lane 4. Fabio Yepes of St. Peter's in 5. Ian Knops of Pingree in 6. Alex Lee of Pennington in 7. And Satvik Samant of Lawrenceville in 8. Conan Chen leading the charge out of lane number 4. final stroke, and he hits the wall in first just ahead of lane 2's Blecker. It goes Lawrenceville 1 and 2, and a roar from the Lawrenceville faithful here at Cy Pool. They love a big red 1-2 finish. The times are on your right. And we are at heat 7 of 7. Roman Jones is the man to watch out of lane number 4. A 1992 split earlier this season. That's 3 seconds better than anyone else on the board. Though Brett Matlaws of Newark Academies in lane 1. Jasper Schneider-Smith of Newark Academies in lane 2. Will Foucher in lane 3 from Oratory Prep. Roman Jones still underwater, and he's up in first place in lane 4. Thomas Gauguin of St. Peter's in 5. Jack Patel of Lawrenceville in 6. Owen Dowdy of Pennington in 7, and Javier Hernandez of St. Benedict's in 8. It was never in doubt for Roman Jones, who hits the wall in a time of 20:30. First place finish, and a state champion is Roman Jones from Pingree. 20.3. Not his season best, but not much margin for error in a 50-yard race. But Roman Jones, as you look at those times, he's the only one even close to a 20. So congratulations, Roman Jones. And another win for Pingree. They've got a talented team this year. Jones, who led off the 200-yard medley relay team for Pingree. That team finished second to St. Peter's. Let's take another look at the finish. It, again, was all Jones from start to finish. And he will get announced as the state champion here at the Lawrenceville School. Roman Jones, his time to shine here at Lawrenceville as he takes the first place podium, which is just the first place diving, or lane 1 diving platform. We will have 6 heats of 50-yard exhibition, or is it 5 heats? I think it's just 5 heats of 50-yard exhibition, so keep it here. Watch those. Ian Park of Hunt is in lane 1. Chris Yermak of Mo Baird in 2. Mark Dale of Rutgers Prep in 3. Ethan Conthavale of Mo Baird is in 4. Nate Mendez of Pennington in 5. Ronnie Schreier of Mo Baird's in 6. Eric Zhu of Pennington's in 7. Winner is Conthavale of Mo Baird. Well, we look at the winners so far. We've had 4 different champions. The first one, a medley relay champion, St. Peter's Prep as a whole. Then Derek Cheng, who won the first individual event from Pingree. Roman Jones, his teammate, also winning the individual event. And Newark Academy's Will Crawl taking the other. Sean Zhu of Hunt in lane 1, William Arthur of Pennington in 2, Arnav Jain of Pingree in 3, Alex Lowe of Pennington in 4, David Rodin of Newark Academy in 5, Robbie Struck of St. Peter's in 6, Bennett Gross of Mo Baird in 7, and Jaden Wu of Hun is in lane number 8. Arnav's Jane wins that one, 27-87. Next heat has Will Francis of Pingree in lane 1. Jack Saxena of Pingree in lane 2. Noah Gurman of Mo Baird in 3. Jackson Acosta of St. Peter's in 4. George Ward of Pennington in 5. Victor Ma of Pennington's in 6. Ben Lucas of St. Peter's is in 7. And A.J. Goel of Pingree in 8. Winner there out of lane number 1, it's Will Francis. All right, we're in 5 of 6, heat 5 of 6 of the exhibitions. And in this one, it's Ortiz of St. Peter's out of lane number 3 who wins. Those are the names that were swimming. And here are the next ones, your final exhibition. We will have 100-yard butterfly to be determined whether we have a break. Nick Valenti of St. Peter's will be in lane 1. Andrew Kelly of St. Peter's in 2. Nathan Mukai of Lawrenceville in 3. Henrique Cahello of Lawrenceville in 4. Alec Wang of Lawrenceville in 5. Connor Rogers of St. Peter's is in 6. Luke Kelly of St. Peter's in 7. And Evan Murkov of St. Peter's in 8. Lawrenceville and St. Peter's well represented in this one. 5 St. Peter swimmers. The other 3 are from the Big Red of Lawrenceville. And out of the exhibition swimmers, it'll be a Lawrenceville School Big Red swimmer here in his home pool to finish first, and his teammate Mackay in lane 3 finishing second. Alec Wang first place, Nathan Mukai second. So the time trials are complete. 24.1 for Alec Wang. That does shave some time off his season best. And that does it for 50 yards of freestyle. 100-yard butterfly is our next event, and we have a 20-minute break. It begins right now. Take a look at the, we'll look at the order of the events and the winners so far. St. Peter's in the 200 medley relay. Derek Chang in the 200 free. Will Crawl, 200 IM, and Roman Jones in 50 free. And we'll just take a break. They do have a timer here, which is nice. So we'll know exactly how much time is left before we go. And we will leave you the little break, get a little snack, come back for 100-yard butterfly, 500-yard freestyle, 100-yard freestyle, and more here from the NJISAA Boys Swimming Championships at the Lawrenceville School. See you in a little bit, everyone. Back we come. 100-yard butterfly after a 20-minute break here at NJISAA Fieldhouse and the new Lawrenceville School pool. Simon Rosenwasser back with you. 4 heats of a 100-yard butterfly. The pool record was set by Samuel G., who's the top seed in this event. He'll be swimming in heat 4 of 4. This is heat 1 of 4. Ronnie Schreier of Mo Baird in 2. Noah Gehrman of Mo Baird in 3. Isaac Abraham of Hun in 4. Aiden Wiseman of Oratory Prep in 5. Daniel Raymer of Mo Baird is in 6. And Giovanni Da Silva of St. Benedict's is in lane number 7. And lane number 5 gets the win here. That's Aiden Wiseman. Second place to lane 4. Third place out of lane 7 in Da Silva. And Wiseman gets the victory, and final swimmer out of lane 2 finishes in the form of Ronnie Schreier, freshman from Mo Baird. On to the next one, heat 2 of 4. We'll have Josh Anchia of Pennington in lane 1. As we hope they do, and so far so good, keep those names up before switching to the next group. Now you see the new names pop up for heat 2 of 4. I want to give our viewers a little bit more time to digest the winners after each heat. We're in cahoots with the officials here at the Lawrenceville School, who do a great job running this event, headed by David Laws. We look at heat 2 of 4. It's Josh Anchia of Pennington in lane 1. Nicolos Santos of Newark Academies in 2. Cyrus Cheng of St. Peter's in 3. Henrique Cahello of Lawrenceville in 4. Arab Vaidya of Pingree in 5. Cathal Hislop of Oratory Prep is in 6. KJ Begonia of Wardlaw Hartridge is in lane number 7, and Ethan Ortiz of St. Peter's Prep is in lane number 8. Bit of a delay before we begin our next heat. Your official timers down on the pool deck here in this boys NJISAA swimming meet. Joanne Doyle, David Gritz, Jack Johnston, Cheryl Recca, Mark Zwicker, Tom Faraday, Barbara Hunt, Grace Kimbrough, and Maureen Ruckelshaus. Second heat of a 100-yard butterfly. It's Henrique Coelho of Lawrenceville, halfway done the race and leading. Behind him, Vaidya, and then Cathal Hislop. And hear the whistles and the cheers on the outskirts of the pool. It is a full house here at Lawrenceville. Good energy provided by all of the swimmers who aren't in the pool for their teammates in the pool. First place in this heat for Coelho of Lawrenceville, 101.79. Second place for Pingree, third for Hislop. And we're on to heat 3 of 4. Satvik Samant of Lawrenceville's in lane 1. Henry Crowther of Oratory Prep in lane 2. Brett Matlaws of Newark Academies in lane 3. Alex Lee of Pennington in 4. Julian Zassenhaus of Pingree in 5. Ted Krall, winner for Newark Academy earlier today, is in lane 6. Dylan Zwally of Oratory Prep in 7, and Will Lestrange of Mo Baird in lane number 8. Pretty close so far. Alex Lee of Pennington with the best seed time at 57.03. And he leads this race. He finishes in first place, 55.60. It's nearly 2 seconds better than his season best. Alex Lee for the win. Will Lestrange takes second. Next group is up. This is your final group. And the pool record is Samuel G. at 51.71. Jonah Briggs is in lane 1 for St. Peter's. Riley Dela Cruz of Pingree in lane 2. Ethan Lau of Blair is in lane 3. Samuel G. of Lawrenceville in 4. Javier Hernandez of St. Benedict's in 5. Zikang Jiang of Lawrenceville in 6. Chase Thomas of St. Peter's in 7. And Raymond Tariq of Pingree's in lane number 8. Gonna be tight. Samuel G, again, who has the pool record. He's pretty much neck and neck with Ethan Lau as they take the final turn off the wall. Half a pool length to go. It's Samuel G and Ethan Lau. Looking for first place in 100 butterfly. It's G, 51.66. It's a new pool record here at the Lawrenceville School. He breaks his own record of 51.71 by 5/100ths of a second. And Samuel G takes first. And a look at that big board with Ethan Lau taking second place. And so prep champion is Samuel G. There he is. Samuel doesn't look too happy, does he? This is a look at the finish. It was a close one between Lau and G. There's Lau on the second place podium. And Samuel G. No, he's happy with himself. He wins the Prep State Championship in 100-yard butterfly in front of some of his friends here at the Lawrenceville School. His teammates as well give him some love. Congratulations to G. 100-yard freestyle is next. It's a look at the names in the first heat. Samuel Cohen, Bennett Gross, Graham George, and Ahadu Kabidi. Down and back twice. Good start in lane 4 for, that's lane 5, Graham George, Cougar from MKA. Got a nice group with some longer trips down here to Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Wardlaw Hartridge up north, Morristown Baird in Morristown, Montclair Kimberly in Montclair, and Oratory Prep up in Summit. We're gonna have 7 heats here in 100-yard freestyle, so we'll settle into a large field that will be competing here in this event. And first place out of lane 5 to Graham George. Take a look at the updated order of events and the winners we've seen so far. Nearly halfway through our number of events. See a couple more relays after St. Peter's won the first one. Arjun Vora of Wardlaw Hartridge is in lane 1. Noah Kornfeld of Wardlaw Hartridge in 2. Giovanni Da Silva from St. Benedict's Prep is in lane 3. Tim Callahan of Oratory Prep is in 4. Luca Di Girolamo of Wardlaw Hartridge in 5. Hun School of Princeton has 2 Raiders in the pool. Andrew Hamoro and William Zhang in 6 and 7, and Ethan Konthavali of Mo Baird is in 8. The Rams of Wardlaw Hartridge well represented, and Noah Kornfeld leads this race early. Well, actually, more than halfway through this heat 2 of 7. All the swimmers are finished. The first place goes to Kornfeld out of lane number 2. You see his time of 1:04.69, and that is nearly 4 seconds better than his seed time of 1:08. One of the best parts about these championship times and these championship meets is to see those personal bests being set. Regardless if you're winning the final heat in a race for a state championship. Beautiful part about swimming is defeating your own ghost. This is heat 3 of 7. Rohan Kaila of Rutgers Prep in 1. David Roden of Newark Academies in lane 2. George Ward Jr. of Pennington in 3. Tyler Davis of MKA in 4. Daniel Espinoza for Rutgers Prep is in lane 5. Payam Ekrami of MKA in 6. Leon Sarkeesian of Newark Academy is in lane 7. And Arnav Kalpala of Rutgers Prep is in lane number 8. Well, Tyler Davis, I believe also a lacrosse player at MKA, recognized that name from our prep championship covers last year, and he wins this race in a time of 58:52. Second place to Akrami. And Rodin out of lane 2 takes third. Heat 4 of 7. So 4 more heats to go here in 100 yards of free, what are we in? Freestyle. And then our lone distance event, it'll be the 500-yard freestyle. Off they go. John Hanna is in lane number 1 from Maubert. Luis Cueva of Oratory Preps in 2. Nico Rojas of St. Benedict's in 3. Marcos Maldonado of St. Benedict's in 4. Gabe Martinez of St. Benedict's in 5. Makar Spoden of Pennington's in 6. Dirk Piraboom of Blair in 7. And Oren McDermott, freshman from Hun, is in lane number 8. Winner out of lane number 8. Some outside smoke. You love to see it. McDermott from Hun. Well, the quickest trip for any of these visiting schools is the Hun School of Princeton. Just a few miles north up 206. The Raiders well represented. 3 more heats here in a 100-yard free. John Carriaz of Benedict's in lane 1. It's Nathan Jiang of Gill St. Bernard's in 2. Luke Cura of Hun in 3. Kyle Wang of Pingree in 4. Luke Kelly of St. Peter's in 5. Om Poonsornsiri of Blair's in 6. Ian Bell of Newark Academy in 7. And Anir Surin of Pennington is in lane number 8. First place out of lane 2, Nathan Jiang of Gill St. Bernard's. Second place out of lane 4, Kyle Wang of Pingree. heat. 6 of 7. William Huang of Lawrenceville in 1. Ian Knops of Pingree in 2. Jasper Schneider-Smith of Newark Academy in 3. Jason Zhao of Blair in 4. David Edenbaum of Lawrenceville in 5. Ian Childrey of Pennington in 6. Fabio Yepes of St. Peter's in 7. And Matthew Sauls of Rutgers Prep is in lane number 8. Lane 2's got a healthy advantage. That's Ian Knops of Pingree as we approach the final turn. Jason Zhao picking up the pace as well, though it's Knops holding on. Schneider-Smith in the mix as well. It's 2, 3, and 4. Lane assignments going 1, 2, and 3. Knops, then Schneider-Smith, then Zhao. 50-24. And season best times for all the swimmers on the board. Now to the final heat, and Derek Chang, who won earlier on, will be competing again for another state championship, this in the 100-yard freestyle. He'll compete with Isaac Rivers out of lane 1 from St. Peter's. Will Foucher from Oratory Prep in lane 2. Daniel Liu of Lawrenceville in 3. Derek Chang, the top seed time on the board, and the top swimmer in this event in lane 4 from Pingree. Frankie Prekop from St. Peter's is in 5. Colin Farraher of Mo Baird in 6. James Thomas from Pingree in 7. And Jack Patel of Lawrenceville in lane number 8. Derek Chang leads the way. Frankie Prekop behind him in second. One more turn for Derek Chang. Can he bring home another state title? Chang cruising to the finish for another first place win here at the NJ Preps. Winner for Derek Chang, the time 46:27. His season best time by more than a half second, and Chang wins it with Prekop taking second and Farraher coming in third. Your top 3 that will be honored in just moments here at the Lawrenceville School, and Derek Chang with his second victory individually here at the NJ Preps tournament. He won earlier in 200-yard freestyle. He halves the length with 100-yard freestyle, and it's the same result. A look at the finish, and it was pretty much that same distance between 1 and 2 throughout, as Chang is happy with the result. Still got to catch his breath. Third place to Farraher of Morristown Baird School. St. Peter's Prep represented by Prekop. And Derek Chang. A state champion again. So congratulations to Derek Chang. And we look at the next heat and the next event. We just saw 100-yard freestyle, and this is our distance event. Not swimming the mile or the 1,000, but they are swimming the 500. And we'll have 4 heats, so over the next 25 minutes or so, all dedicated to distance freestyle here. Alex Lowe of Pennington is in lane 3. Arnav Jain of Pingree in lane 4, Billy Wang of Pingree in lane number 5. Well, here at Play by Play Productions, we don't just do sports, we also produce live streams for graduations, and these are two schools that utilize us to stream graduation. So we're excited for graduation season again and to see the Pingree schools, seniors graduate in June, as well as the Pennington schools. Seed time's about 6.5 minutes here in this first of 4 heats. Pennington swim coach is George Ward. Athletic director is Jerry Urey. Pennington in the B division, with Pingree coming out of the A. Pingree's athletic director Carter Abbott and their swim coach Deidre O'Mara. By the way, we did have team scores come in, the updated ones after the break. We can go over those, as Lawrenceville has a 20-point lead in the A division. These are the combined team scores: 193 for Lawrenceville, St. Peter's 172. So those are your two at the top. Pingree 159. And in the B division, Newark Academy seems to be running away with it with 140. Pennington at 76. Just about 5 minutes into heat number 1 of 500-yard freestyle. There's the bell for the final 50 yards. Arnav Jain looks to be well in front of his season best pace. Got to beat 6:26.21. And he finishes up in a time of 6:04.59. Your second place swimmer in this race will be Pingree's Wang. And Alex Lowe will be the last one to finish up in third. All right, so we are through the first heat. You look at the times. Here are the next grouping of names. Heat 2 of 4, so 3 more. This is William Arthur of Pennington in lane number 1. Ben Fernando of Oratory Prep is in lane 2. John Martinko of St. Benedict's in lane 3. Where'd we leave off? We said Martinko in lane 3 for St. Benedict's. Brody Lindenberg for Newark Academy is in 4. Raphael Griffiths of St. Benedict's in lane 5. Pablo Castro of Lawrenceville in 6. And Ian Patchett of Mo Baird is in lane 7. Well, a little easier to swim this distance race. When you've got a full pool. Lane 4 and lane 6. Brody Lindenberg and Pablo Castro have the same paces. You'll see the splits pop up on the board. And 34.28 for Lindenberg, 34.93 for Castro, 35.98 for Fernando out of lane 2 and Oratory Prep. So those are your top 3. 9 laps gone by. Seed times right around 6 minutes, a little bit less. Lindenberg at a 5:45, so not out of the realm of possibility to see a 5.5-minute finish for Lindenberg. $35.15 for Lindenberg. Just saw 35.09 for Castro. So they are pretty much identical About halfway done. Well, they make the turns at the same time again. This time it's 34-61 for Lindenberg and 35-14 for Castro. So Newark Academy starting to assert some sort of edge, about a half second better on that recent 50-yard split. See if Castro keeps pace. Lead seems to be growing for Lindenberg out of Newark Academy. 34-41 this time, and that is 1.3 seconds better than Castro. So Brody Lindenberg, the sophomore from Newark Academy, up against the Lawrenceville Big Red swimmer, also in the same class, a sophomore. Out of lane number 4, it's Newark Academy with the lead. And Lindenberg now by his lonesome up at the top. Swim coach for Newark Academy is Billy Blom. For Lawrenceville, of course, it's Stephanie Harrison. There's the bell for the final 50 here in this one. We are over 5 minutes gone by, and it is Brody Lindenberg out of lane 4 looking to defeat his season best time of 5:44.32. He's in good shape to do so. The red blocks drop down. Lawrenceville's Castro makes his final turn as well. As you can see, there's nobody in lane 5 as lane 4 makes its finish. Brody Lindenberg with a 5:35.22. 9 seconds better than his seed time. Castro finishes 5:44.73. 11 seconds better than his previous season best. And in lane number 2, it's third place points, at least in this heat, for Ben Fernando with the 5:47.80. Our final swimmer will finish up out of lane number 3, and that's Martinko. John Martinko, the sophomore, will hit the wall. Time 6:28.14, so we're through 2 of 4. We'll have full pools in the next couple heats. There's a look at your final times from heat 2. Oh, well, we have a moment. We look at the previous winners from the events we've seen so far. 500 freestyle, lone distance event. And here are our swimmers. Adam El-Shanawi in lane 1 for St. Peter's. Connor Heffernan of Oratory Prep in 2. Will Wong of Newark Academy is in 3. Ziv Shah of Pingree is in lane 4. Graham Mahoney of Lawrenceville in lane 5. Jack Mahoney of Lawrenceville's in 6. Cathal Hislop of Oratory Prep in 7. Alejandro Rodriguez of Newark Academy is in 8. Well, so far the lead out of lane number 5. And that is Mahoney of Lawrenceville. His brother right next to him. Graham and Jack, sophomore and senior, lanes 5 and 6. 5:07.75 for the younger Mahoney in Graham. And he, at the moment, is pacing the other 7. .30.48 for Graham Mahoney. Shaw is next in second with a 31.35 recent 50. Then Wong of Newark Academy with a 32.14. Jack Mahoney has the second best split on the board behind his brother Graham. And so he's fighting for second. Although Shaw has a good hold on second place at the moment. Your seed times are right over 5 minutes. 5:06.82 for Ziv Shaw. Graham Mahoney at a 5:07.75. So, would be surprised if we didn't see these swimmers flirt with that 5-minute mark here. With, by that calculation, approximately 2 minutes to go. 13 laps gone by for the leader in Mahoney. 30.16 is the fastest pace on the board yet again for that recent 50. We'll get another look at what it looks like for Mahoney. The pace, what that looks like for Mahoney as he hits the wall here is the 30.16 to now a 30.43. So pretty consistent over the last few laps. Ziv Shaw also sub 31 seconds on his recent split. He's got work to do and time running out. With Mahoney cruising. .32.5 for Mahoney. .17 laps gone by. Here comes the bell for Graham Mahoney. Ziv Shaw in second. Jack Mahoney still holding on to third place, or so I thought. It's actually Will Wong from Newark Academy with third place. You heard the bell. The red boxes drop down. That means 25 yards to go for Graham Mahoney. And what will be a victory in the third of 4 heats. He's going to flirt with sub 5 minutes. He will get it in his season best time of 4:56.25. So Graham Mahoney from Lawrenceville wins the heat and shaves 11 seconds off his season best. Second place to Zev Shaw, 5:06.89, and Will Wong takes third with 5:07.69. Jack Mahoney drops back for fourth. He's next to his brother in the pool. And those two embrace at the end of the event. Graham Mahoney wins, and we are through 3 of the 4 distance freestyle events. Ellie Lawler taking a picture of those 2 Lawrenceville swimmers, the 2 brothers who finished next to each other. Always a cool experience to be able to swim next to your kin. especially when you win the race like Graham Mahoney did. Your final 8 in heat 404. It's Charlie Klein of Oratory Prep out of lane 1. Tristan Whitworth of St. Peter's is in lane 2. Max Ruffer of Pingree in lane 3. Owen Markowitz of Newark Academy in lane 4. Will Hines from St. Peter's in lane 5. Alex Gia of Lawrenceville in lane 6. Caleb Collins of Pennington in 7. And Thomas Gauguin of St. Peter's in lane number 8. Hot start for Owen Markowitz out of lane 4. We do have a scratch, so we don't see Max Ruffer from Pingree in the pool. So one less swimmer to worry about if you're Owen Markowitz. No relation to our own Chris Markowitz directing the stream here today. Justin Vasquez on camera, our entire play-by-play productions staff. Simon Rosenwasser here with you. It's a tight race here in the final so far. Owen Markowitz with a 4:31.67. That's his seed time. He's slightly got the edge. We're still fairly early into this race. And in a race like this, you see the talent and the stamina come into play as it goes along. And so Markowitz, judging by the seed times, a much heftier advantage than maybe what we see at this moment. Well, we've got a relay race next, the 200-yard freestyle relay, which is sure to get the crowd going. A full team event. Still pretty close here. We're approaching halfway done the race between Markowitz and Hines. And Hines is right there, not to mention Gia of Lawrenceville, who's in the mix as well, the senior, out of lane number 6 again. And we look at the splits. It's 29:37 for Hines, 29:45 for Gia, and 29:56 for Markowitz. So he's got the, of those three, worst pace on the board, but a little bit of a cushion. And we'll see as we get to the last, minute and a half of this race, if Markowitz picks up the pace. It looks like he's doing so. Markowitz makes the turn, 27:42, 28:81 for Hines, and 29:11 for Gia. So clearly it's Owen Markowitz who's saving his best for last. 15 laps gone. Less than a minute left for the Minuteman from Newark Academy, Owen Markowitz. Trying to keep the pace. 28:17 is his recent split. Will Hines in second, nearly a half second behind him. Here comes the bell for Markowitz. $50 yards to go and less than that now for Owen Markowitz. The only question is the time for Owen. He will not beat his season best. He might beat the pool record, though it's going to be close. A 4:42 is what he needs. At the very least, it's a state championship for Owen Markowitz of Newark Academy. 4:43.20 for Owen. Will Hines a 4:46.01. and Alex Gia, 4:48.31. Seventh and eighth finishing up on the outside, Klein and Gaugen. Owen Markowitz, your winner. And you get a look at the final times with Hines taking second, Gia third, and Whitworth taking fourth. Well, Markowitz 12 seconds worse than his seed time of 4:31.67. But smiles for finishing up as a state champion, and that was the distance between first and second. As Markowitz hit the wall. So we add Owen Markowitz's name to the list of winners here at the NJISAA Prep State Championships. Derek Cheng's name up there twice. St. Peter's Prep as a whole winning the 200-yard medley relay. We're ready for the 200-yard freestyle relay next. So some sprints from all of the teams. 50 yards for each swimmer. We'll have two heats of it. Your top team is St. Peter's, and we just mentioned Derek Cheng. You still see his name up there on the board. Cheng will be anchoring the Pingree squad in the second heat, the final heat for 200 freestyle relay. Owen Markowitz, first place ribbon, and his time atop the podium, showing off the new hardware. So next up, the 200-yard freestyle relay. Blair in 3, Maubert in 4, Rutgers Prep in 5, MKA in 6. Derek Piraboom of Blair's in 1. Colin Farraher of Maubert in 4. Blair's in 3, Piraboom. Rutgers Prep has Sauls leading off in lane number 5, and Tyler Davis of MKA is in number 6. Strongest start is for the Crimson of Morristown Baird. Colin Farraher for Charlie Gibbs now, the senior for the Maubert Crimson in the pool and leading the race here in this 200-yard freestyle relay. Next up, Rutgers Prep, they're in second with Christopher Ziuba. Third swimmer in for Morristown Baird, that's John Hanna, also a senior for the Crimson. And it's pretty tight at the moment between lane number 3's Bertrand Lee for Blair Academy and lane number 5, it's Rutgers Prep with Daniel Espinoza. So the battle for second is on. Morristown Baird looks strong enough to take first place as they go to their anchor swimmer in Will Lestrange, and the sophomore is in the pool. A hair of a lead for Blair Academy's Bertrand Lee after his leg. Anchoring for the Bucks is Jason Zhao. For Rutgers Prep, it's Nato Martin. The Maubert team looking to defeat their season best relay race time of 1:44.71 with this team, and they'll finish in first with a 1:36.68. Second place to Blair. Third place, Rutgers Prep hitting, and MKA will take fourth. full pool and a lot of natural energy for this final heat of 200-yard freestyle relay. Second to last relay race of the afternoon. It'll be oratory prep with Henry Crowther leading off in lane 1. Aiden Lee for Wardlaw Hartridge in lane number 2. Jack Patel of Lawrenceville will be in lane number 3. St. Peter's Evan Briggs in lane 4. James Thomas for Pingree in 5. Ian Childrey for the Raiders of Pennington. In lane number 6, Jasper Schneider-Smith for Newark Academy. In lane number 7, and Luke Cura for the Hun School of Princeton in lane number 8. Off they go. So your top-seeded team is St. Peter's. Team of Briggs, then Isaac Rivers would be next. Though right now it's lane 7 with the best start. Newark Academy, Jasper Schneider-Smith off the wall fast. Lawrenceville with a good start as well. Jack Patel puts him in good position. For Lawrenceville, it's Zikang Jiang. Next swimmer for St. Peter's in the pool right now, Isaac Rivers. In lane 7, it's Brett Matlows for Newark Academy. Those are your top 3 schools. Right now it's Lawrenceville's Zikang Jiang giving his team the lead. Conan Chen is next for Lawrenceville out of 3. For St. Peter's out of 4, Chase Thomas looking to track him down. Will Crawl, a winner earlier on, helping the Newark Academy Minutemen win an earlier race, is in lane 7. And Newark Academy in second place thanks to him. Owen Markowitz is trying to bring it home. Right now it's Lawrenceville looking strong. The Big Red have Alex Gia, the senior, trying to bring it home, but here comes Owen Markowitz. He just swam 500 yards of freestyle. A good finish, but a first-place finish for the Big Red. 1:29.01 for Lawrenceville, and they're state champions in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Newark Academy, again with Owen Markowitz, just swimming that 500 yards of freestyle, and a heck of a split in the end to secure second place for Newark Academy. Third place to Pingree, fourth place to St. Peter's Prep. Good race. And another state champion crowned here at the Lawrenceville School. Another good performance by the hometown team. There is your winning squad for Lawrenceville. So the team of Jack Patel, Zikang Jiang, Conan Chen, and Alex Gia. Can they all fit atop the podium? They sure can. Some Lawrenceville students in attendance as well to congratulate them and cheer for them as they win this one. So Lawrenceville gets a relay race win. Still one more relay, 400-yard freestyle relay will finish up our coverage. It's a good race to finish there. We will move fairly quickly through these next few events. 100-yard backstroke is next, then 100-yard breast. So 2 more individual events, and we're on to heat 1 of 4 in the 100-yard backstroke. It's Martinez of St. Benedict's Prep in lane 1. Samuel Cohen of Wardlaw Hartridge in lane 2. Noah Kornfeld of Wardlaw Hartridge in 3. Nicholas Hanna of Mo Baird in 4. Isaac Abraham of Hun is in 5. Ashkay Patel of Gill St. Bernard's in 6. And Nate Mendez of Pennington in lane number 7. Nicholas Hanna of Mo Baird leads this race so far. Good Crimson contingent here at the Lawrenceville school, and Hanna wins it. His time 1:12.83, 3 seconds better than his seed time. And there is a look at the big board as the final swimmers finish up. All right, another look at the finishing times there. Second place for Martinez, third to Kornfeld. Three more heats of 100-yard backstroke. Your top swimmer in this event is Roman Jones of Pingree. Put on a show in the 50-yard freestyle earlier. And Jones will look to pick up his second title. Bit of a delay before we begin the next heat. The officials are down at the scorers table. And talk about our officials here for this one. Haven't mentioned them. Edward Eccles, Ed Gore, Bach Lequang, John Podeswa, Gary Thayer, and Paul Welsh, your officials. And the official whistles bring us on to our next heat. It'll be Nick Troiano of Mo Baird in lane 1. Daniel Maniatis of St. Peter's in 2. Nathan Rabe of Pennington in 3. Evan Yao of Newark Academy in 4. Billy Wang of Pingree in 5. Nick Valenti of St. Peter's in 6. Tyler Davis of MKA in 7. And Ben Fernando of Oratory Prep in lane number 8. 104.90 is the top seed time in this group. Evan Yao out of lane 4. Halfway through, it's Pingree's Billy Wang with the lead. Don't forget about lane number 1. And that's Nick Troiano, who's right at the top. Oh, that last 25 may have taken a step back. Race to the finish between 5 and 4. That's Pingree's Wang. That's Newark Academy's Yao. And that's how they finish. 104.93 for Billy Wang. And a 105.17 for Evan Yao. So he drops some time off of his seed time coming in. Off they go. Alex Terpestra of Pingree's in lane 1. Matt Gow of Lawrenceville in 2. Owen Dowdy of Pennington in 3. Dylan Zwally of Oratory Prep in 4. Andrew Chen of Lawrenceville in 5. Bryce Spreeman of Oratory in 6. Nathan Mukai of Lawrenceville in 7. And Christopher Ziuba of Rutgers Prep is in lane number 8. Owen Dowdy with the edge so far. Couple guys on either side of him challenging. That's Matthew Gow in 2 and Dylan Zwally in 4. Final turn for Dowdy. Seed time is less than a minute, so we'll see what happens for Dowdy here as he comes to the finish. Dowdy gets there. 58.87, his season best. A 59.42 for the second place finish of Bryce Spreeman. And third place goes to Zwally of Oratory Prep. Here's our final heat. Roman Jones in lane 4. He's your top-seeded swimmer here in 100 back. Michael Florentino of St. Peter's in 1. Nick Danko of Hun in lane 2. Ethan Lau from Blair's in lane number 3. Roman Jones trying to hold down the fort in lane number 4. Frankie Prekop of St. Peter's in 5. Riley Dela Cruz of Pingree's in 6. Daniel Liu of Lawrenceville in 7. And Paul Connect of Oratory Prep in lane number 8. Well, the man in front is, guess who? Roman Jones takes his final turn and is onward to another state championship. The only question is time. Prekop is right behind him, but Roman Jones hits the wall in a 48.92. Winner here at the NJ Preps in the 100-yard backstroke. That is a meet record and pool record for Roman Jones. Congratulations to the Pingree School's Roman Jones. Not surprising, the victory. Always surprising when you see a record come off the board, so congratulations to Roman, who will stand atop the podium with a first-place finish yet again. Second win individually for the Pingree's Roman Jones. Another look at the finish for Jones. Receives his ribbon, and he'll stand atop the podium for another first place finish. Meet and pool record for Roman Jones. Signifying the dub. And there's a look at Roman Jones's name up on the board again. Winner in the 50 free and the 100-yard back. So individual wins for Roman Jones. 100 yards now of breaststroke. First heat, Rohan Kyla, Dylan Lala, and Sean Naughter. Six heats for 100-yard breaststroke. Climbing towards the finish here of our NJISAA Swimming Championships coverage. For the boys, we'll be back here tomorrow, of course, for the ladies' version of this event. Win there out of lane 3 for Kyla, though we had well, now we've got the time back on the board. 1:29.26 for Kyla, second place to Naughter, and then third to Lala. This is our final individual event. And then again, we finish with the 400-yard freestyle relay. Graham George of Montclair Kimberly Academy in lane 2. Wardlaw Hartridge is featuring Arjun Vora in lane 3. Andrew Hamoro of Hun is in lane 4. Julian Howe of MKA in 5. Chris Yermak of Mo Baird in 6. And Christian Lee of Wardlaw Hartridge is in lane number 7. Even start between Hun and MKA, Hamoro and Howe. Slight lead for Julian Howe, though. It's two seniors in the pool. A Cougar and a Raider. Montclair Kimberly Academy in lane 5 and Hun School Raiders in lane number 4. Battle for second is on between the three swimmers in lanes 2, 3, and 7. George, Vora, and Yermak. Excuse me, Christian Lee for Wardlaw Hartridge. This is a close race, and only 0.15 of a second separating first and second. It is Howe of MKA who gets there first, ahead of Hamoro of Hun. Watching Chris Yermak finish up. $124.90 your time for Howe. So your second heat, event number 10. One more event, so 11 total here at the Preps. Four more heats. Will be a full pool in all four of them. Another look at the winners that we've seen so far. 400-yard freestyle relay still to come. So Derek Chang, who is right there, got the win. See some of the winners individually. Roman Jones a couple times. Owen Markowitz getting a win. Lawrenceville winning the championship in the relay, and then Roman Jones again with the dub in that recent individual event. 100-yard backstroke. Another slight delay before we begin heat 3 of 6, but it looks like we're closing in on getting ready to start. There is a scratch out of lane 3. Oliver Lasko was supposed to swim. Doesn't look like he will be. Arnav Kalpala for Rutgers Prep in lane number 1. There are the names. Harry Ma in lane 2. Lane 3 will be vacant. Victor Ma of Pennington in lane 4. Marcos Maldonado of St. Benedict's in 5. Charlie Gibbs from Morristown Baird in 6. Bertrand Lee of Blair in 7. And Aiden Wiseman of Oratory Prep in lane number 8. Swimmers are waiting patiently, as is everyone else, for this next heat. Not totally sure what the delay is about. You can see the officials there at the bottom of your screen. They're coming back into the mix. Should be ready to go soon. And there's the whistle. Still 4 more heats here in 100-yard breast. By the way, your top seed in this event is Conan Chen of Lawrenceville. He'll be swimming in heat 6 of 6. This is heat 3 of 6. All right, they're off after a long delay. And Harry Ma, strongest start, or very early on. Out of lane number 2, he's from the Pennington School. Lane 7 looking good as well. Bertrand Lee from Blair Academy. Long trip for Blair Academy Buccaneers up in Northwest Jersey and Blairstown, New Jersey. And Bertrand Lee representing those Bucks out of lane number 7. It's him and Harry Ma atop the field as we go to the final turn. Lanes 2 and 7, Ma trying to hold off Lee. And he does. The time, 1:17.78. It's Maldonado in the middle. Marcos Maldonado from St. Benedict's, who gets in there ahead of Ma of Pennington. First place to Bertrand Lee. Well, I'm not sure if we had a missed time there, because Harry Ma had a strong race, and I don't believe that 1:25.64 represented what he just put out there in the pool. In any event, we're on to the next. Heat 4 of 6, Dirk Piraboom of Blair in lane 1. Ronan Heyman of Oratory Prep in 2. Benjamin Kim of Hun is in lane 3. Alec Wang of Lawrenceville in 4. Tristan Hokwa of Pennington in 5. Luke Gardner of Oratory Prep in 6. Al Payada of St. Peter's is in 7. And Nico Rojas of St. Benedict's Prep in lane number 8. 30-29 for Wang of Lawrenceville. He's leading the race, and by a fairly significant margin. Winner at 104.55. Second place to Hokwa, 108.04. Third place to Kim, 109.45. And Gardner, 109.98. 110.21 for fifth place Ayada. Evan Murkov of St. Peter's in lane 1. Ted Kroll of Newark Academy in 2. Tobin Kwong of Pingree in 3. James Thomas of Pingree in 4. Ian Childrey of Pennington in 5, Jason Zhao. Of Blair's in 6, Jack Mahoney of Lawrenceville in 7, David Gow of Lawrenceville in lane number 8. Well, this is pretty tight, isn't it? Blair and Lawrenceville well represented. Newark Academy fighting in lane 2. It's Ted Kroll. Who's got it at the end? It's Mahoney of Lawrenceville, 103.87. Zhao for Blair second, and Kroll for Newark Academy third. There are your times. Mahoney fired up out of lane number 7 for that win. Heat 6 of 6, another final here at the NJ Prep Championships. Colin Farraher of Maubert is in lane 1. John Grissinger of Pingree in lane 2. As you could hear a pin drop for a moment before they began this final heat. Will Kroll of Newark Academy is in lane 3. Conan Chen's your top seed from Lawrenceville in lane 4. David Slowinski of St. Peter's in lane 5. Matthew Sauls of Rutgers Prep in 6. Owen Smith of Pingree in 7. Evan Briggs of St. Peter's in 8. Halfway done. Chen and Slowinski, your top 2. And then the rest. Lawrenceville versus St. Peter's for a state championship. Teammates at the edge of the pool cheering on their respective swimmers. Chen for Lawrenceville and Slowinski for St. Peter's are neck and neck as we approach the flags. Chen with a burst of speed. At the end, it's Lawrenceville's Chen, state champion in the 100-yard breaststroke. 58.73 for Chen. It's a pool record. Slowinski, he finishes second. He loves his time of 59.42. It's nearly 2 seconds better than his seed time. Third place there in lane 1 to Farraher, 101.80. So another win for the Lawrenceville school. Conan Chen, a state champion. And a big congrats as we look at the finish, and this was one of our tighter ones. Well, Chen getting congratulated by his squad. Lawrenceville going to be fighting for a prep championship as a team here at the NJISAA. Colin Farraher, winner, takes third. He gets announced to the crowd. Slowinski gets second. He'll take the second place podium. And Conan Chen will take his time to shine. For first place, a state champion in 100-yard breaststroke. So congratulations to him. Another look at the winners that we've seen, and Chen joins the list. One more event to go, 2 more races, 400-yard freestyle relay. Three schools represented in the first heat of two. Lawrenceville will be the top seed in the next race. It's Kyla, Huang, and Patchett of Rutgers Prep, Blair, and Mo Baird in 3, 4, and 5. Blair the early lead, Julian Huang. Ian Patchett just behind him. 400-yard freestyle relay, so 100 yards each. Second swimmer for Blair is Punsorn Siri. For Rutgers Prep, Nato Martin. He's in lane 3. And in second place at the moment, it's Morristown Bears' Nicholas Hanna. Third Blair swimmer, Dirk Piraboom, ready to go in. Dirk Piraboom and Blair. Finishing up the third leg, so Ethan Lau be the final swimmer for the Buccaneers of Blair Academy. For Morristown Baird, it'll be Nicholas Troiano. Arnav Kalpala for Rutgers Prep out of lane number 3. Will be the final swimmer, and he's ready to go. Should be an easy win here for Blair. 3:50 is the seed time, and we're at the final 25. One more race to go after this one. They will crown the prep champion, so we'll stick around for the trophy ceremony. Blair finishes in a time of 3:42.72. Morristown Baird finishes in a time of 4:07.93. And Rutgers Prep also finishes up. All right, our final race. Hun School of Princeton with Isaac Abraham in lane 1. Pennington with Owen Dowdy in lane 2. Lawrenceville with Alex Gia in lane 3. Pingree with Derek Chang in lane 4. Thomas Gauguin of St. Peter's in lane 5. Newark Academy with Brody Lindenberg in lane 6. Oratory Prep with Charlie Klein in 7. And Aiden Lee for Wardlaw Hartridge in lane number 8. Strong start for Derek Chang, an individual winner. He gives way to Ian Knops. Roman Jones will anchor. Knops halfway done his leg. For Lawrenceville, Samuel G is in the pool in lane 3. He's fighting for second with Isaac Rivers. Pingree 1, Lawrenceville and St. Peter's knotted up in second place as we speak. Third swimmers are ready. For Pingree, it's Max Ruffer. For Lawrenceville in lane 3, Zikang Jiang. For St. Peter's in lane 5, Frankie Prekop. Ruffer attempting to give Roman Jones a nice cushion to the final leg. Not that he needs it. Another 50 to go for Ruffer. Prekop, he's gaining on him. What a leg here for Frankie Prekop in lane number 5. He might make this a neck-and-neck race heading to the final swimmers. It'll be David Slowinski for St. Peter's and Pingree, of course, with Roman Jones. Prekop with a great leg, overtakes him, so St. Peter's in front, though not for long. Roman Jones off the dive into the pool. He's got first place just like that. Roman Jones for Pingree. Then David Slowinski for St. Peter's. 50 yards gone by, and for Roman Jones, a 20.74. 22.97, 2 seconds behind Jones for St. Peter's Prep. The finale of the 400-yard freestyle relay. It's going to end with a Pingree state championship in the event. Roman Jones hits the wall. It's a 3:10.46. It is the new pool record here at the Lawrenceville School, a new pool. It just is off the mark of the meet record set by Pingree's squad back in 2017. That was a 3:09.25. And your final squads finish up. We are through all of the events now. With a look at the big board, Pingree first, second to St. Peter's, Lawrenceville takes third. The team of Chang, Knops, Ruffer, and Roman Jones. And there is the final look of your individual event wins. Pingree winners in the 400-yard freestyle relay. It's actually nice to see 3 different schools represented in the 3 different relay races. St. Peter's winning the 200 medley, Lawrenceville the 200 freestyle, and Pingree the 400-yard freestyle relay. So 400 freestyle relay win for Pingree. They are calculating the team totals. There is your winning squad. Cheng, Knops, Ruffer, and Roman Jones. We'll take a quick audio break as we'll await the official announcement of the team state champions here at the NJISAA. So the new pool record being announced, the Pingree School with Roman Jones and company winning that individual event. They just announced that to the crowd. I think we got to wait a couple minutes till they do the team score announcement, though. Lawrenceville was winning at the intermission. So we'll hang on just a couple more minutes with another audio break.
It's Trip Wellborn, athletic director at the Lawrenceville School. Colin Farraher with a nice meet for Morristown Baird getting announced. Owen Markowitz securing the most points for his squad. So I believe they're going to announce the team finals here. It's a little hard to hear, obviously, as you can hear on the natural sound. Echoey here in this pool as well. So this is the A division. Derek Chang taking third in the individual point getters. Frankie Prehop takes second place. That's Roman Jones taking first place in the points. And there is your top 3 points getters. Roman Jones winning that. All right, here's your B division announcement for the finals. Rutgers Prep takes fourth. Mo Baird takes third in the B division. Pingree School takes second in the B division. And first place, Newark Academy Minutemen, the winners in the Prep B. So congratulations to Newark Academy winning the Prep B team state title, a championship trophy. There is the trophy for Newark Academy. Congratulations to the Minutemen. They're going to announce the Prep A winners here in a moment. All right, and for Prep A, 4th place Oratory Prep. Third place, St. Benedict's Prep in Prep A. Lawrenceville School wins the Prep A championship here for the boys again. Congratulations to Lawrenceville. Another great meet, and one that was hosted here by that kid's host school. Big thanks to Trip Wellborn, sending everyone off here at the Josiah Fieldhouse, the first state championship held here at the brand new Lawrenceville School pool. So that will do it for our coverage on play-by-play production. Simon Rosenwasser saying so long. Chris Markowitz, our director. Justin Vasquez on camera. Long event here, but happy to bring you all the action. We'll be back here tomorrow for the ladies. We will leave you with some images of the winners here from the Lawrenceville School today. Lawrenceville wins Prep A. Newark Academy wins Prep B. And that will do it for our coverage. We'll see you tomorrow here from Lawrenceville. So long, everyone.